Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here. Earlier this morning, the Democratic members of the House Oversight Committee filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration for withholding documents relating to the Trump Hotel here in Washington, D.C. The Trump administration has refused all of our requests for documents about the Trump Hotel for the better part of this year. They've refused to provide basic documents about the hotel's ongoing operations, foreign payments to the hotel, or the reversal of GSA's legal position that President Trump could not be a party to the lease as an elected official. We filed our complaint today in federal district court here in Washington, D.C. under a federal law known as the 7-member statute. This law is specific to the Oversight Committee in the House of Representatives. It provides that any 7 members of our committee may seek documents from a federal agency, and that agency, and I quote, shall produce them, that is, the documents. This is indeed a unique law. It is not merely a regulation or rule, but it is a federal statute. It was passed by both houses of Congress and signed by the President in 1928. It does not apply to any other committee in the House. It does not matter whether the members are Democrats or Republicans, and it is mandatory for the federal agency to comply. Let me make one thing clear about this authority. We sent a previous request under the same statute to the Obama administration, and they fully complied. But now that Donald Trump has been sworn in as President of the United States, his administration has reversed this legal position and refuses to recognize our authority under this 1928 statute. They will not provide the documents, simply refuse to provide them. Under the previous administration, this exact same agency, GSA, explicitly recognized our authority under this exact same statute, the 7-member statute. And they produced documents on this exact same issue, the Trump Hotel. But all that stopped suddenly on January 20th of this year. This is one thing, and one thing only, that has changed in this case. President Trump is now sitting in the Oval Office, and it is his hotel. We regret that we have to go to court, we really do, to obtain these basic documents which are clearly within our committee's jurisdiction. We would not be here if Chairman Gowdy and his Republican colleagues would simply do their jobs and join us. They have refused to join us in requesting these documents about the Trump Hotel. All Congressman Chavis and our former chairman ever requested was a copy of the lease, but nothing about the operation or its enforcement. In my opinion, House Republicans are aiding and abetting President Trump's ongoing abuses. Republicans are essentially walling off President Trump from credible congressional oversight, which is our job, which we are sworn to do. They have refused to subpoena the White House for Michael Flynn's Russia contacts. They have refused to subpoena the White House for documents about the use of private email by the president's top aides. They have refused to request even a single report about Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, the fact that they relocated or reported to have relocated their email accounts to the Trump Organization after they took senior positions at the White House and after our committee told them not to do so. Asked them not to do so. Reportedly, they then relocate them to the Trump Organization run by the Trump brothers. In this specific case, the lease for the hotel explicitly prohibits, and I quote, elected official of the government of the United States from taking or sharing in any benefit that, quote, may arise from the lease. Yet, President Trump refused to divest his financial interests in the hotel before he was sworn in, as both Republican and Democratic experts recommended. He continues to serve as both the landlord and he's also the tenant. And he has the power to hire and fire the head of the agency responsible for administering the lease. We have no transparency, no ability to check for ongoing conflicts of interest or unconstitutional foreign payments. Let me conclude by saying this. The lawsuit is not just about a hotel in Washington, D.C. This is about the president defying a federal statute and denying our ability as members of Congress to fulfill our constitutional duty to serve as a check on the executive branch. We're simply better than that. We're a better nation than that. We are better. Our nation was founded on the proposition that our leader should never use the office of the presidency to enrich himself financially. Our Constitution was drafted to explicitly prohibit the president from accepting foreign payments without consent of Congress, which he does not have. This hotel is not just a building with Donald Trump's name on it. It is a glaring symbol of the Trump administration's lack of accountability and a daily reminder of the refusal of Republicans in Congress to do their job to help us hold them accountable. This may be standard operating procedure in foreign countries, but not here, not in America.